Everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to share with you my latest journal. This was a custom order for an Art Nouveau themed junk journal featuring colors of orange, red, pink, and magenta. So what I started out with was a thrift store book that I deconstructed. I took out all the pages and the spine and recreated my own. This journal measures 6 by 9.5, and it has a 2.5-inch spine and a total of 124 pages. So for the cover, what I started out with was a piece of corrugated cardboard, and I added some silver wax just to give the cardboard a little bit of a sheen. And then on top of that, I layered this lovely image here that has been Mod Podged, and underneath the image, there's a little bit of batting to give this kind of a dimensional look. I sewed all the way around the image and added on an applique and some ribbon and trim at the bottom, along with a vintage earring. And the applique goes all the way around the side there, and this gorgeous trim that looks like peacocks is from Joanne Fabrics, and this gorgeous black and diamond trim was from a friend of mine. So let's go inside and check it out. So I wanted to mention there are so many digitals that I used in this particular journal. I'm not going to go through each page and mention every single one, but what I will do is put a link to all of the Etsy shops and where I got the digitals from in the description box. So this page has a side pocket here and another little tuck right there. And there's some more of that same applique that's on the cover, and a tuck spot here and some ephemera. And then along the side here, I did add a safety pin that has some little dangles and beads and a butterfly on the bottom. This page here, this is one of my large journaling cards that we made together in a tutorial. And then there's some additional ephemera, a little postcard that's clipped onto that. So that goes right on the side there. Got some vintage music sheets. And I just am absolutely loving the Art Nouveau style. It's just so gorgeous. And I researched a little bit about Art Nouveau because I was wondering what the difference between Art Nouveau and Art Deco was. And besides the time periods, Art Nouveau was from the 1890s to around 1910, whereas Art Deco started in the 1920s and through the 30s. And the main difference that I see, and this is just my opinion, is Art Deco has a lot more geometric shapes and sharp angles, whereas Art Nouveau has a lot of scrolling and curves and very intricate feminine patterns. That's just my opinion. But anyways, back to the journal here. This is one of my envelopes that I coffee stained, and isn't that gorgeous? That image right there in the purples, love that. This is the cover of the Century magazine, and I just thought that Art Nouveau image of that lady looked perfect, and so I had to include that. There's a vintage map that's attached to. We've got some journaling pages, some vellum, that's from the Graphics Fairy, and some more journaling pages there. And here is the center of the first signature. This is my fault line pocket page that I did a tutorial on also, and I just love how the whole thing looks with all of the ephemera stuck inside. Here's another one of my large journaling cards, and there's some ephemera there and along there, along with another journaling card up at the top. some more pages there, a little clip that holds a vintage postcard. Love that image. Isn't that pretty? Oh, postcards are, you know, not what they used to be. I love them. This is from 1911. Love that. And a cute little Art Nouveau image there. And I've got some stamping. There's the other side of that vellum. Here's the other side of that vintage map. And I had to include this just because it was orange and she was pretty. This is some of my vintage music. And I put her on there just because she's beautiful. And it goes with the theme. And then on this page here is one of my window envelope pocket journal pages that we created. And that gorgeous image I just love on the cover there. And we got some tags on the inside of that. And it's all attached to the other side of that envelope that had been coffee stained. And this particular tag is one of my layered paint chip tags that I had a tutorial on. So that all clips right back in there. Got some more vintage music. And here's a little side pocket with a gold journaling card and some trim that's added on there. And this is from a calligraphy instruction book. And I thought these looked kind of Art Nouveau-ish. So I included that on there. So that tucks right back in there. And here is the second signature. I created a corner pocket and a large journaling card there with some trim, some lace, and some ribbon. And along the bottom, you guys know how I love this gold trim. That's from Hobby Lobby, and I added some vintage lace on the bottom. And then on this side, you can see the background is another piece of my coffee stained paper. And along the center here, this was a piece of, it was a large piece of trim that I got. And it's kind of, what's the word, brocade or upholstery, kind of like an upholstery fabric. And then there is one of the tags we created in my large tags and cards tutorial. And then this little cutie, I made that out of one of the scraps, and that's a little tag that goes on the inside. And another gorgeous applique that I dyed, and this was, believe it or not, beet dye, and it gave me that gorgeous lilac purple. And then just some purple lace and a coffee dyed doily there, and this gorgeous piece of patterned vellum. And then we got some graph paper there and more of my coffee dyed or coffee stained, you know how I like to say that interchangeably, paper. Some stamping again, another one of my tags we created. And look at this gorgeous Gothic arcade image, and it's all attached to an Edith Holden page. And then we've got some a violin music sheet rather than a piano music sheet, and I just thought that this looked very Art Nouveau, so I put that in there. And then let's see, we've got a Victorian trading card for Hood's sarsaparilla. Love that. Isn't that cool? Oh, that pansy is gorgeous. And there's a little journaling card there. And on the other side, attached is one of the tags we created together. And then another tag inside that envelope. And this page has been watercolor stained with some pinks and some light yellows. And then this here is the center of the second signature. This is also the window envelope pocket journal page tutorial that we did. And there's some images and some tags on the inside. I tied it with a ribbon just to hold some of the tags and ephemera that I put on the other side. And there's some more of that gorgeous applique. That's the same applique that's used on the cover. And this side, it's kind of more of the same, except this window envelope I did not tie with a ribbon, and put a large journaling card on the inside and added some gorgeous beading on that side. And then this gorgeous lady here, I just love these images from the Art Nouveau period. And then there's some more of that peacock trim. And you know, looking at all of the images that I gathered, there's 3 artists that popped out in my mind for the Art Nouveau period. Alphonse Mucha, Adolphe Millot, and William Morris. Now, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing those correctly, but I've always gravitated towards them, and just researching a little bit of the history, they are amazing. So I was really, really happy to learn more about them, and just their artwork and their designs are just timeless. They're just gorgeous. So there's the other half of that violin sheet, and the other half of the Edith Holden. There's some more of my coffee dyed. Isn't that pretty? Coffee dyed paper. Another image there. Some more vellum. And the other side of that doily. And some lace attached onto a piece of scrapbook paper. And here is the last signature. I created a snippet roll with a lot of the fabric that is used within this journal, and attached a little pin here, a vintage pin that's, you know, kind of gold and has the same scrolly looking design. And this pocket here just holds a bunch of ephemera on that. And there's one of my cards. That's one of my layered paint chip cards that we created, or tags, whatever you want to call it. Look at this gorgeous lady. Oh, she's beautiful. I just love that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, gorgeous image that I printed onto some vintage book page, and that's from the Graphics Fairy. And here's a side pocket a double side pocket that I created, added some lace and some gorgeous trim here. And then there are 3 little tags on the inside of that. Got some more writing page, music page. And this was the cover of a glass blowing and glass making booklet called The Mentor. I mean, look at this. This is the actual cover, April 1919. So right around that era. And I just love the graphics around the outside. I think it's beautiful. So I had to include that. And then, you know, it talks about the actual book there. This page here, I added some gold trim and some of that same avocado dyed applique, and another cute little safety pin with some beads on it, and another Art Nouveau image of a beautiful lady, some stamping. And here is a piece of cardstock that I added some trim in the center, and it is attached with Velcro, folded over. And here is one of my large journaling cards. We created this in the tutorial, and then I added it onto a even larger card and added a little pocket right there. So that fits all right in there. And here's a little side tuck that has 2 more journaling cards in it and some stamping on that. And then there's the other half of that glass blowing from the Mentor, and that's the back half of the booklet. And see how the just the graphics are just beautiful. Love that. So I created a large pocket with another Art Nouveau lady, some more of that peacock trim, the Walmart trim, and then I found this cute little button. Look at that, an Art Nouveau button. Ha! I was so excited when I found that one, because I knew it would go perfect. So we've got some more pages here, and then on this side here, the other side of that corner pocket, and here's another one of those tags we created together, and some ephemera, and underneath here, a page from the Sears Roebuck catalog. I thought that went well. And just another beautiful lady little tag right in there. And let's see. There's the other half of that graphics fairy image. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then here is another page here that I created a pocket along the bottom, and some of that same fabric snippet roll that I did, and added a button here, and another one of the large journal envelope window pockets that we created. And then on the inside of that, I did add a tag there, and she is just so pretty. Look at that. That's one of the tags that we created in my tutorial. And then there is the back. So this was just so rewarding to put together. I absolutely adore how this turned out. And, you know, I don't know, Art Nouveau, I just think it's fabulous. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful art movement. I'm absolutely in love with it. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and I do thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.